Hello, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, so am I. This is my first vlog. So I thought it would be, I'm making a little soup for myself tonight, and I thought it'd be so fun to cook and do like a little story time. And when I say story time, I mean I just need to vent about how the first week of the year has gone for me. I know that I want to be a positive person, and I feel like I am for the most part, but sometimes we just need to, like, I don't want to be toxic positive, okay? And I just need to bitch for a bit, so, but it can only go up from here. Let's just get the negative out, and then it'll be fine. So what I'm going to be making is this Thai chicken noodle soup. So I'm going to get the ingredients out and start getting that shit ready. Start chopping my veggies now and getting them ready so that I can actually talk while I'm cooking. I guess I'll start with this bell pepper, but where do I start? Well, okay, so like, first of all, I decided that I should go to the DMV on the 2nd of January, which, like, what the hell? First, like, forget, like, starting the year off right. Like, I don't know why I felt like I needed to be there, but, I mean, I needed to renew my registration in Colorado. That's why I needed to be there. But I was like, okay, so time to go to DMV. So I'm like, when I get there, I do all the research before, obviously, because I'm not a fucking idiot, but I kind of am. And I'm like, think I know what I need, but when I get there, there's a line to get in line, and I went around like 12:30 or something, 1 o'clock. And lady's like, what do you need? And I'm like, oh, like, I just moved here from Texas like 9 months ago. I want to get my registration renewed in Colorado. And she's like, okay, do you have this, this, and this? And one of the things she asked for was my Texas registration. I was like, oh, you mean like the sticker? Yeah, it's on my car. And she's like, yeah, no, like the piece of paper that came with your sticker. And I'm like, yeah, no, like, I don't have that. And she's like, okay, then you need that. And I was like, okay, like, I did it online, so can I, show you the receipt? And she's like, sure. So I show her the receipt. She's like, cool, just mail that to our inbox. So I'm like, cool. So then she lets me get in the line, and then I get in line, and it's just taking forever. And I was supposed to be working that day, but I was, like, scamming, like, there was nothing to do, really. But like, I had a call at like 2, so I got there at like 12:30. No, sorry, I had a call at 2:30. So I had like 2 hours, but it was just taking so long. And then I was like, okay, like, I'm gonna have to get on this call. And like, I was checking my place in line, and it looked like I still had time. Like, it was showing up as I was number 2nd in line, but when I got there, I was number 5, and that took an hour and a half. So I was like, surely this 10-minute call will be fine. So, like, yeah, I go to take this stupid call in my car, and then while I'm on the call, that's when they call my number, and then I go back, and guess what? Like, they're done taking appointments. Alright. They're done taking appointments for the day. Like, you had to get in line before 2:30, and it was 2:40, and so I was like, great, well, like, I basically just hung out at the DMV for 2 hours. So if you're ever looking for something to do, DMV's open. You can go hang out there for 2 hours. So I'm like trying to, like, stay positive. I'm like, okay, like, that's fine. Like, I'll just come back tomorrow. It's fine. Like, it's not like I had that much other work stuff to do. It's not like, I'm trying to not catastrophize everything, right? So I go back on Friday, same thing. I go first thing in the morning, 7 a.m. And the guy's like, he's like, what are you trying to do? The line to get in line. And the line to get in line. He's like, what are you trying to do? And then he's like, okay, here's what I need. And I'm like, I show him everything that I have. I'm like, yeah, this is the thing I have from Texas. Like, I emailed it to you, this paper. He looks at it. He's like, okay, that's fine. And he puts me in line. In line. Then wait like 30 minutes. They call me up there. And then the lady, same lady from yesterday that checked me in. It's like, oh, you left yesterday. I was like, yeah, I had to like get on a work call, and that's exactly when they called me. It was just terrible timing. And she was like, dang, yeah, okay, well, yeah, let's do it. And so I like show her all my documents, and she's like, oh, this isn't the right registration document. I was like, what do you mean? She's like, yeah, I can't accept this. I was like, can't accept what? She's like, I can't accept this Texas registration. It's not the original. I'm like, yeah, it's not the original. I told you, it's a copy of the one that I had, of a receipt. I mean, that's what you said to email to you. She was like, oh yeah. She's like, yeah. What about the actual sticker? Or like, what about the actual piece of paper that came with your sticker, honey? And I'm like, she was nice though, but she's kind of, yes, I mean, I don't know. Anyway, so I was like, yeah, no, like, I don't have that in my car. She's like, it's not in your glove box. I was like, no. Like, I've already looked for this shit, like, 5 times. No, it's not there. Like, let's get creative. How are we gonna make this fucking work, bitch? Sorry, like, no, I didn't call her bitch. She was a nice lady. But I'm like, okay, like, let's be creative. Like, I'm all about that, like, you know, innovative mindset. Like, fuck all that. She's like, no, I don't work for a dumbass consulting firm. Like, you either have the fucking piece of paper I need or you don't. So I'm like, great. So how do I get that piece of paper? And she's like, well, you're either gonna need to contact your Texas, whatever, people and see if they can get you a piece of paper, a copy, or you can contact your loan holder for the original title of the car. So I was like, great, both those sound like super easy to do. I guess I'll just do that. So like, there's already 3 hours wasted at the DMV. And then I'm like, okay, fine. I'm like motivated now. I'm like, gotta do this. So I contact the Texas DMV and I'm like, hey, like I call them. I'm like, hey, I need a copy of my registration. I lost the paper. It's not expired or anything. Like, can you just mail me a duplicate copy? Like, how much is it? Like, I'm sure they're gonna charge me whatever. And they're like, yeah, so what you need to do is you actually need to mail in a form requesting a duplicate copy, and then we'll mail you that duplicate copy. I'm like, awesome. They're like, yeah, okay, like I can send you the whole form. And so it's like this whole fucking form I have to print out, sign. Yeah, I don't know how much about this, but print out, sign. I had to send a copy of my ID, and then I had to send $2, not cash, check or money order only. And like, fuck, I look like I have checks, bitch. I don't have checks. No, I don't know why I'm calling everyone bitch, but like, I don't. Why would I have checks? So I go to get a money order, and the lady at the counter's like, how much do you want your money order for? And I'm like, $2. She's like, how much? And I'm like, $2 fucking $2. And so she's like, well, that's gonna cost you like $2.50. And I'm like, why is it not focusing? I'm like, I don't care that it's gonna cost me that much. I need $2. Do you not see this is going to DMV? I was mean to them. Like, they were really nice people, but no, I'm justifying everything that I'm doing. But I was just like, yeah, I know it's fucking stupid, but just like, write the damn money order for me, please. So we do all that. I get it certified mail because at that point I'm just like, what's an extra $10? Like, if I already have to waste $2, like $10, like it just doesn't even matter anymore. I don't even know. That's probably why I'm fucking like not good with my money, but whatever. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So that's the DMV story. Okay, let's start my soup. Also, front right burner supremacy. If you don't believe in that, that's fucking weird. Well, sorry, actually. Wait. Let me know if you prefer a different burner. while that's going, I'm gonna start, hello, focus. Okay. While that's going, I'm gonna start cooking my noodles, and then I had a couple extra chicken thighs that I'm gonna just throw in the air fryer after I put some seasonings on them and shit. Just letting this kind of simmer for a few minutes before I let it all get flavorful or whatever the fuck. I don't know. I'm gonna fucking kill myself. Alright, okay. Like this. Okay, we have my fucking toothpick. We have my take two. We have my soup going while we're waiting for the chicken to cook, but I could finish my story time. So yeah, so that was Thursday and Friday, just hanging out at the DMV. And then after that, I had to go to the doctor, women's health doctor, because I've been having some issues with my hormones. And she decided that she was going to put me on progesterone, which, if you don't know what progesterone is, it's basically, because I asked her, I was like, so what's the side effect? She's like, well, you're basically gonna feel like how you feel right before you get your period. So I was like, amazing. Like, they have that in fucking pill form. Like, you can just, like, like, that's amazing. Like, I love that. So I would take that for 10 days. It's just like, do you want to take the opposite of Molly? Here. Like, so I've been feeling like I'm fucking crazy. That's great. Taking that. And then you know, Saturday and Sunday, so I woke up Saturday and I was like kind of sick with this cold, so I was like, fuck, guess I'm not doing anything this weekend, even though I didn't really have plans, but I was just like, definitely not doing anything. And so yeah, that was that. So I was sick, just like, whatever, it's fine, I can be alone, but it's just like, you know, I was just like the crushing weight of loneliness and existential dread. But that's kind of moving along. That's not really one of the things I was going to talk about today. So that all happens. Then Monday, you know, I'm like, all right, let's start this week off fresh. I think I'm going to start feeling better. I have to work, but I'm going to try to, you know, keep it light, keep it low key. And so I'm working, and then it has me do this authentication on my phone, and I need to put in the password for my phone. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, of course, my iPhone password. So I put it in, and it's like, that's wrong. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then I put it in like 5 times, and it's like wrong, and then it locks me out. And I just like, I guess I just forgot the password on my phone, because it just kept locking me out over and over and over again. And I got literally fucking locked out on my phone, and had to talk to somebody at Apple support to have them walk me through, because I was just having a mental fucking, even not looking back, I'm like, dude, you were out of control. I was having a mental breakdown. And then it's the progesterone, because that, like, normally I'd just be like, whatever. Actually, no, I don't know. Anyway, so then I got locked out on my fucking phone, and then as I'm like on Apple support, like, oh yeah, so I have to factory reset my fucking phone. So as I'm like doing that, like, hee hee ha ha, factory resetting it, I like noticed like my heat's like like blowing cold air. And I'm like, oh, you know, it's like 15 degrees outside. I have a cold, like, why is it blowing cold air? So I go and I'm like messing around with it, and I realize it's broken. And then I'm like, awesome. And then I'm like, okay, like washing my hands, and I realize the water's not really getting warm, but I'm like, it's not a big deal. But I'm like, can you just check, make sure the water's hot? And then I like turn it on, and it's like not getting hot, so I don't have like hot water. So I like put in a work order, all that. So yeah, it was just a bit of a day. It's just been like just a rough start. Like, I mean, all this is such minor stuff, but maybe I just don't have that resiliency. But I had a mental fucking breakdown Monday. And then I don't know if you just saw, but I was trying to get a piece of tape out of the counter, and everything fucking fell. 500 or 100 toothpicks fell. Amazing. I'm gonna chop the cilantro and make sure we're good. And where did I put my meat thermometer? I'm gonna chop the cilantro. Ooh, the steam. Chop the cilantro so then it goes in on top. Let me check to see if the meat's cooked. Probably, right? I did really skinny slices. Cilantro. There was no cilantro, so I'm using parsley. I know it's not really a substitute, but it's gonna have to work. Okay, I have my noodles in my bowl. I'm gonna put my soup in it and put my soup in other containers. But yeah, I mean, minor setback for a major comeback type of a vibe is what we're going with. Every setback is a springboard, you know, so we just set back. And like, yeah, it's gonna be fine. I just needed to be dramatic for a bit. Which, I mean, don't we all? Like, isn't that just the best? Life is good. Everything is gonna be fine. I mean, this yummy soup. The only thing I have to say, I'm just so fucking clumsy. And I don't know how to not be so fucking clumsy all the time. Like, genuinely, if anyone has any tips to not being like a bumbling fucking dumbass, just like constantly, let me the fuck know. Because it's irritating me. Okay, I'm so happy. Look at my soup. Look at this beautiful soup. So, yeah, I don't know how I don't even know what to say for myself anymore. But yeah, I'm really happy with this outcome. And just keep me in your thoughts and prayers.